Hey, what's up, everybody? Brotrio here, and we are continuing our way through the Pokemon generations, and this time we are on Gen 3. The Hoenn region with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald were some great games. Unfortunately, we didn't have Game Boy Advance at launch, so we kind of missed out on them. And I know, at least me and Aaron, we went back and played like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And
that was my first time playing through those stories.
Yeah, it was really great. It's kind of almost like the black sheep of Pokemon games, to us at least. It's the generation we kind of missed out on, because all the other ones we got in on because we regretted not getting this game so much. But Gen 3 has a lot of winners in it, and we like all the Pokemon, so here are the top 10 Generation 3 Pokemon. Oddly enough, this is one of the outliers of our generational Pokemon list because there are next to no starters on it. It could have been because, like I said earlier, we missed out on it at launch, but we just weren't too wowed with all the starters in Gen 3. But probably one of the better ones is Sceptile.
No, he's the best because the Mudkip Final Evolution, he's okay, he's cool. But stupid Blaziken started that firefighting trend that looks like it might continue with Score Bunny, and I am so pissed. 3 in a row, Pokemon Company. We don't need any more.
Oh, it's happening.
Yeah. Sceptile is a really cool lizard grass Pokemon. He has pretty cool Mega where he gets a Christmas tree for a tail.
Yeah, I love his Christmas tail.
And I mean, he's a really solid grass type.
He's just a cool looking, sleek grass lizard.
What do you get when you take Snorlax but make him lazier? Turn him into a sloth. And Slacking is just like the king of lazy.
It's in his name.
Yeah, like surprisingly, he is probably the exemplary normal type because he has so much HP,
so much power too.
Yeah,
like damn, Slacking.
When he pops up in a gym,
the best normal type. You guys are wrong.
I'm just saying, Slacking.
I like
has
Snorlax more, but
vast HP, and he is hard to take down, even with a fighting type.
Yeah, and like when he shows up in a gym, you're just like, oh, damn it.
And it's the same thing as with Snorlax. He knows a bunch of sleepy moves like Yawn and Sleep Talk and all that crap. And he can put your ass to sleep, and then he'll go to sleep and recover. It's difficult to fight Slacking.
He's such a frustrating battle.
It's fun to use him, though.
In our hearts, Snorlax is probably always going to be the best Sleepy Boy Pokemon. But Slacking is a very close second and a formidable foe, to be sure.
I didn't have high hopes when I first saw Trapinch for what he would become. He was cool, I guess, but just weird. Not something I was used to. Then he evolved into a weird little dragonfly thing. I was like, oh, cool. Then, when we got the final evolution Flygon, that's when everything came together for me. He turned out great. That is definitely one of the coolest designs for... I know he's not bug type, but for a bug-looking Pokemon, he has a good one. He looks elegant, yet tough, and like cute, yet intimidating. And he's got a really good type. He's ground and dragon.
Yeah, kind of thank God he's not bug, because that would really like hurt him because bug kind of sucks. But him being dragon just threw me for a loop. That's why I thought he was a dragonfly for the longest time.
Yeah, we don't really have antlions over here, to my knowledge, so that was just our natural assumption. Oh, he's a dragonfly. That's cool. Nope. And
that's Yanma.
So, Dragon Ground is a very, very good type, and to my knowledge, he's the first of his kind, the Dragon Ground.
Yeah, probably.
Before Garchomp, and I know that for sure.
Also, he has Levitate, which makes him a very good,
Yeah, he's immune to ground and electrical type attacks. He's immune to 2 things, only weak to 3 or 4 things?
Something like that. Yeah, he doesn't have too many weaknesses.
It's crazy.
So, great design, really good shiny, pretty decent enough evolutionary line once I realized where they were going. Overall, a great Pokemon and a solid entry to our list.
I just talked about how bad Bug-type was with Flygon. But Bug-type done right can be beautiful. And Ninjask is one of these cases. Because he is a cool ninja cicada. And he is bug flying, so it kind of helps him be a better bug because it takes out one of his weaknesses. I mean, he gets an electrical weakness now too, but damn, is Ninjask a fast little cicada. And he's, oddly enough, he's not that annoying. I figured he would have like a lot of sound type stuff about him.
Well, I thought when you brought him out, he would constantly go like real cicadas, and I'm so glad that didn't happen. God, I hate cicadas.
Yeah, plus Ninjask, he's bug type, so he's kind of an early get. And if you can get your hands on a Nincada and then get a Ninjask, it will immensely benefit your team, especially in the early game. Ninjask, God love you. He's such a cool design. I love him.
I agree. Ninjask is a solid bug choice. But to me, Shedinja is just the best because Bug Ghost, he has so much capabilities of various moves, all kinds of status effects, plus one of the coolest evolution things because you only get one when you evolve a Ninjask, you have a blank spot in your inventory. And then the shed off skin turns into a ghost, and for some reason it's 2 Pokemon now.
Yeah.
So gross.
It's
Imagine if you got a sunburn and your flakes turned into another person.
That's pretty much what
so
it's
gross.
like.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised we didn't get an Alola Pokemon like that.
I mean,
But
back to Shedinja.
Mr. Mime sunburn Pokemon.
Shedinja has probably the best ability ever.
Oh, yeah.
With Wonder Guard, because he can't be hit by anything unless it is super effective. And it's just like awesome. I mean, he has a decent amount that's super effective against him being Bug Ghost. But
he's hard to hit.
So hard to hit. I mean, he only has 1 HP.
Yeah, the
so
1
if you hit
HP.
him, he's gone.
He's the definition of a glass cannon, but if you can pull it off, it is great for competitive play, and he'll be one of your favorite ones through the game.
Starting off the top 5 right with some pseudo-legendaries, we have Aggron, the Steel Rock Pokemon that looks like a rhino and a dragon mixed together. He is absolutely horrifying to look at, and you would not want to see him if you actually lived in the Pokemon world. He's like, what is he, like 8 feet tall, has horns like sharp enough to crush rocks, he can crush through mountains and all that crazy Pokédex stuff.
He's just like a Rhydon made out of metal.
Aggron is one of those, he starts out really adorable as Aaron or Aaron, whatever. I can never figure out how to say his name, but he's super adorable. And then he evolves into this like almost Venusaur looking Rhyhorn thingy. And then eventually, because of course he's a pseudo legendary, he doesn't evolve until like super late in the game, you get an Aggron. And god damn it, is he powerful. One of the most powerful in the franchise. He got a crazy looking Mega, and he's just a powerhouse. He's covered in plate armor, and you gotta love him for it. He is a competitor for the poster boy for Steel type, and him and Steelix are fighting for that in my mind constantly.
In my opinion, one of the coolest looking Pokemon is Groudon. Like, he is just such a beast of a Pokemon. And, like, if you want a solid ground type, he's gonna be there.
Oh yeah, he's legendary.
He's a legendary ground type Pokemon. He just looks like this badass, like, armadillo, some kind of weird monster thing. I mean, he was one of the half of the 2 Pokemon that was gonna meet and destroy the world. So, I mean, you know he's gonna be powerful.
Yeah, sometimes it seems like they're focusing more on the pocket, less on the monster in this series. Not with Groudon.
No, he is
Groudon
a straight up monster.
He's massive.
And his primal form is even more of a monster because he just like growls and like the land erupts around you and he's basically a living volcano. It's nuts.
While he may look a bit less intimidating depending on who you ask, there is no doubt that the other half of the world-ending duo Kyogre is a friggin' force to be reckoned with. What is the most powerful force in, like, a lot of fiction? It's the sea. And Kyogre is the lord of that. Team Aqua's trying to resurrect him because he's going to flood the world and kill everybody. And Team Magma's the exact opposite. They want to do the same with Groudon. So not the exact opposite, but they want the opposite Pokemon. And for whatever reason, him and Groudon hate each other so much that just like meeting, they're gonna fight, and they're gonna end the world in that fight. And a few Pokemon up the list is the only one that can stop it. But in the Pokemon, like in the plot of Oris, this was it. This is the end times when these two meet. And these two powerful forces, the Behemoth and the Leviathan, are definitely deserving of our top 5.
Well, I just don't get to talk about a legendary Pokemon on this list, apparently. I keep getting the pseudo-legendaries. But damn it, Metagross is probably one of the best pseudo-legendaries to ever exist. He is Steel Psychic, has super defense, has just a damn good design.
A Psychic with good defense? Are you friggin' kidding me? That is overpowered.
And all 3 forms of him are good too.
Yeah, Metang is good, Beldum's good. All of them are good. Not to mention, Metagross kinda is up at the tippy top for one of the best shiny forms ever.
I think him and Gyarados, I think, are the only Pokemon that I prefer the shiny to the original.
Because he gets like this sleek silver and gold color scheme. It's really awesome. Metagross is one of those Pokemon that, again, he's a great Steel type. Gen 3 just loved their Steel types, and Metagross was so awesome. If he wasn't already your Steel type and you had an Aggron, you would get a Metagross still and double up on Steel type just because he is that awesome. Metagross is pseudo-legendary in every shape and form, and he is almost unstoppable.
Hopping back out of them pseudo-legendaries and riding straight into the sky on a green serpentine dragon. We have got Rayquaza at number 1, and there was no other choice.
There really wasn't.
Yeah. He's got a great design, a great shiny, crazy powerful, a ridiculous megaform that he doesn't even need a stone for, so much so that he's like banned from tournaments because he's so good. Rayquaza is not only our favorite in Gen 3, he's one of our favorite legendaries, period. He is everything a legendary Pokemon should be. He looks graceful, but also like you do not want to screw with this guy. He is amazing, he's massive, and he is the only thing that can stop Groudon and Kyogre from destroying the world, because that is his job.
It doesn't even stop there. He still protects the world out of this world, fighting off the onslaught from Deoxys. You ride him into the stratosphere, and you come up on that weird obelisk thing, and then Deoxys is there, and Rayquaza is just not having it. He kicks Deoxys' ass back to the curb, out of this orbit. He doesn't care. Rayquaza, dragon flying, he almost can't be stopped by anything.
Except ice.
Except ice. But we could think of no other Pokemon even close to worthy to be the number 1 Gen 3 Pokemon. I mean, it was across the board. Rayquaza was number 1 on all 3 of our lists. And
that rarely happens.
It was really interesting to go back to Gen 3 and kind of analyze the Pokemon to look for our top favorite ones. We really wish we would have experienced it from release, but going back with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was definitely good. There are some great Pokemon in Gen 3. Probably some even more we didn't mention here. So if we didn't mention your favorite from Gen 3, be sure to let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that shit. And we'll catch y'all next time with more Bro Trio stuff.